I'm different, but that doesn't mean I'm dangerous. Hi, I'm Reverend Andrew Bozeman, and this is On the Wings of Your Mind. And I'm different, that doesn't mean that I'm dangerous, is our subject today. Attacks on people who are different continue to rise. I was watching a TV show yesterday called Manifest. Manifest is about a group of passengers on a commercial airliner that goes through a time warp, and it lands 5.5 years after it took off. Now, the people on the plane didn't notice any time shift. Things were ordinary for them. But when they landed, they were told that 5.5 years had passed. Now, what was interesting was that all the superstitions that arose up about them and all the stories that they were a danger to the world and needed to be eliminated, locked up and eliminated, because as long as they were allowed to live, the world was unsafe. And there were groups being organized for the purpose of eliminating them. Some of the returnees were kidnapped and experimented upon by secret government agencies. Some of the homes of the returnees were vandalized. Bricks were thrown through their windows. And a frenzy of fear developed over false assumptions, misinformation, and some actual lies. Mob rule was beginning to take hold in certain sectors of society. Now, I know that this was a fictional television series and that it wasn't actual fact. But then I switched to a news channel and saw that the same kinds of things are happening today. Only the victims are not airline passengers returning from a time warp. Instead, they're LGBTQT community members being singled out and attacked, or elderly Asians beaten in the streets, or African Americans being labeled as natural criminals. The people in these and other racial and ethnic groups are being singled out based on the false assessments applied to the entire group, as if they were all the same, as if they were one monolithic entity. I saw a cartoon today that very effectively illustrates that kind of thinking. Do you sometimes find yourself accepting the simple but wrong answer about someone who is different from you and going off the cliff with the group and irrational thinking? Do you? Please click on the thumbs up button below, and if you haven't already done so, please choose to subscribe. Remember, I would love to hear your thoughts and your comments and your questions and suggestions. So if you're viewing this live on YouTube, then please use the chat box on the right side of the screen. If you're viewing this on Facebook Live, then you're probably going to see it on the left side of the screen, or perhaps underneath the screen. With Facebook, it's hard to tell. But the important point is that I would really love to see your comments, your thoughts, your suggestions. I really do. Back to work. Our world is getting more and more complex every day. Whereas years ago, we could lock ourselves in our little communities or neighborhoods and never have to encounter somebody who was different from us. We were safe in our isolated little worlds and free to entertain false stories about other kinds of people that we would never, ever meet. But today, that's no longer true. We're surrounded by different kinds of people from all over the world. Different colors, different races, different religions. We no longer have the luxury of judging from a distance. It is now time to grow up and face the truth. There is no monolithic other group that is totally different from who you are. There are only other human beings who breathe the same air you breathe, using lungs like you use, who love their children just like you love your children, who wish they could have more money to buy more things that they don't need, just like you wish you had more money to buy more things that you don't need, who look at you and wonder if the stories they've heard about your people are true, and if they are about you, like you wonder if the stories you've heard about their people are true, and if they are like that. Hey, how about this? Instead of wondering, why don't you find out who they are? Why don't you find out what they're like, how they think? The truth of the matter is that they are individualized expressions of infinite intelligence, just like you are. They are spiritual beings having a human experience, just like you are. It's time to elevate our consciousness and see the world through a much bigger lens. We are aspiring spiritual warriors. We have come into this life to help elevate the consciousness of this planet above the level of barbarians, which is where we've been living for far too long, hundreds of years too long. Now is the time to rise on the wings of your mind and access that higher spiritual consciousness that is waiting to join with you. You're surrounded by angels who are here to help do the heavy lifting. All you have to do is ask. There are ancestors waiting just on the other side of the veil, willing to guide you in rising to the level that they know you deserve. And deep down inside, you know you deserve. It's time to stop holding on to the ground. It's time to stop holding on to the ground at your feet and reach up and grab the hands that are outstretched to reach you and pull you up to where you are supposed to be. They're there. They're waiting for you. The only thing that's stopping you is your closed mind. Your closed mind is like an anchor that is holding you down to the barbaric past. Open your inner eyes. See the people around you as children of God, because that's what they are, children of God. As long as you view each other with deep suspicion, you will never be able to work together to save our world. You won't. So try this. Pick someone out who is different from you, that you might be curious about, and then ask your guardian angel to contact their guardian angel and arrange for you two to meet. Yeah, it sounds strange, I know, but try it. Ask your guardian angel to arrange to meet with their guardian angel. And when their meeting is arranged, you're going to find you're going to find that coincidentally or seemingly coincidentally, you're going to be at the same place at the same time. It's just going to happen because your guardian angels are going to arrange it. And when this happens, take advantage of the moment. Start a conversation. You'll be surprised where it leads and the gifts that it will bring you both. Contrary to popular belief, the world is not a hostile place, as we have been led to believe. On the telephone yesterday, someone very close to me accused me of being a Pollyanna with a belief that thinking good thoughts will change the world. Hey, I can see how on the surface it might appear that way, but the reality is we need to get below the surface because the truth is much deeper than that. We have access to a very powerful force called love. Love. It is so powerful that we have movies, TV shows, comic books, fantasy books, video games galore, as well as sacred text after sacred text after sacred text, showing us that this power of love is available to us right here, right now. We think it is just fantasy, It's just fantasy, only something that we wish could be true. But let me tell you, my fellow spiritual warriors, it is not fantasy. It is real. It is now. And the only thing blocking you is your disbelief. the disbelief of your closed mind. So I say again, if someone is different from you, that does not mean that they are dangerous. They actually represent an opportunity for you to break out of your cocoon and explore something that is not familiar. Break out of your comfort zone. Get a look at the world through somebody else's eyes. Remember, the point of power is in the now. So the better able you are to discipline yourself to being present in the moment and in a state of peace, the more powerful you are going to be in this world. Remember, the light defeats the darkness, and love overcomes hate. So as spiritual warriors, we seek to become the spiritual beacons of light in the world so that those who are seeking peace can find us and join with us as we spread the light of love, peace, and harmony around the world. We can do it. We can. The point of power is in the now, and the power of love is unbeatable. Let's close with prayer. Thank you, Infinite Intelligence. Thank you for bringing us together in this life so that we may become spiritual warriors and joining the work we have come here to do. Thank you, Infinite Intelligence, for bringing us into this space of awareness and a deeper understanding of ourselves and our relationship to life and infinite intelligence. Thank you for showing us who we really are. We open our minds and hearts to the truth of our being. We are the children of God. We are individualized expressions of infinite intelligence. And because we are part of the greater whole, we're beginning to understand our value to the continuity of life on this planet. As we become channels of your power, infinite intelligence, we can feel your presence within ourselves and within our lives more and more. We know that as we feel your presence within our lives every day, we will rise because we are no longer cut off from you by being immersed in the darkness of fear, anger, and the pain of unforgiveness. So we are now restoring our connection through the grace of forgiveness, knowing that as we learn to forgive ourselves for the pain that we have caused to ourselves, and as we learn to forgive those who have inflicted pain upon us, our connections will grow stronger, and our lives will grow happier, healthier, and more prosperous. And for this, we are truly grateful. As above, so below. As within, so without. And so it is. Amen. Please click on the thumbs up button below, and if you haven't already done so, please choose to subscribe. Remember, I would love to hear your thoughts, comments, suggestions, experiences, so please use the comment section below the video. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, okay? Remember, we're now broadcasting Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday during the summer. So look forward to seeing you tomorrow. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your day. I am Reverend Andrew Bozeman, and this has been On the Wings of Your Mind.